My name is Eleanor Whitmore. I am 94 years old, and I have been cooking with butter every single day of my life. Real butter. Thick, golden, straight from the block. Not the kind that comes in a plastic tub with a list of ingredients longer than a sermon. I'm talking about the kind your grandmother used, and her grandmother before her. Now let me tell you something that might make a few experts uncomfortable. 3 different men, highly educated, well-dressed, confident men, looked me in the eye over the years and told me that what I was doing would kill me. They warned me about cholesterol. They warned me about heart disease. They warned me about shortening my life. All 3 of them are gone now. And I'm still here, standing in my kitchen, frying my eggs in butter this very morning. Now, before you rush to argue with me or click away thinking I'm just another stubborn old woman, let me say this clearly. I am not special. I don't have perfect genes. I didn't grow up with some secret advantage. I lived through rationing, through loss, through years where we ate what we had, or we didn't eat at all. But I paid attention. I paid attention to my body, to how I felt after meals, to what gave me strength, and what slowly took it away. And somewhere along the line, after years of being told what not to eat, what to fear, what to avoid, I realized something that changed everything. Most of what they were telling us wasn't built on truth. It was built on trends. I watched diets come and go like seasons. Low fat, no fat. High carb, no carb. Every decade, a new rule, a new villain, a new miracle. And every decade, people got sicker, more tired, more confused. So at 94, I made a decision. I stopped believing in diets, not because I wanted to rebel, not because I thought I knew everything, but because I had lived long enough to see what actually works and what doesn't. Now, before you misunderstand me, listen carefully. I am not telling you to ignore doctors. I am not telling you to eat recklessly. And I am certainly not telling you that butter is some kind of miracle cure. If you break your leg, go to the hospital. If you're bleeding, get help. I believe in medicine. What I don't believe in is blind obedience, especially when it comes to how you live every single day. Because there's a difference between emergency care and being told how to eat, how to age, how to exist. And that's where things started to feel wrong to me. I'm not asking you to agree with me. I'm asking you to listen long enough to question something. Because if what you've been told is completely true, then why are so many people doing everything right and still falling apart? The first one was Dr. Harold Greer. He looked at my chart and said, "If you keep eating butter, you're heading straight for a heart attack." He was very serious about it. Told me to switch to margarine immediately. You know where Dr. Greer is now? Greenwood Cemetery. Died at 74. Heart attack. I'm still here. Still cooking with butter. Then there was Dr. Milton Reeves. He said eggs and butter together were a death sentence. Those were his exact words. Told me I was gambling with my life. Dr. Reeves, buried at 69. Stroke. I'm still here. Still frying my eggs in butter. And then the last one, Dr. Alan Pierce. He didn't even argue. He just shook his head and said, "You'll regret this." He died at 71. Complications from diabetes. I'm still here. Still doing the very thing all three of them warned me about. So you tell me, who was wrong? Let me show you exactly what they told me to fear. Butter. Real butter. Thick and golden. They told me, it clogs your arteries. They said, it's slow poison. I've been eating it since 1948. That's over 70 years of danger. My mother did the same. She lived to 91. Eggs, whole eggs, yolk and all. They told me, cholesterol bomb. They said, limit it to 2 a week. I eat them every day, sometimes twice. My grandmother ate them daily, lived to 94. Beef, simple, cooked in its own fat. They told me, cancer risk. They said, cut it out completely. I've eaten it my whole life. Still strong enough to stand, cook, and think clearly. So I kept asking one question. If these foods are so dangerous, why did the people who ate them live the longest? Here's what happened. In the 1960s, some very confident men decided fat was the enemy. They had weak studies, incomplete data, and a theory they liked more than the truth. So they told everyone, stop eating butter, stop eating eggs, stop eating meat. And what did they replace it with? Sugar, processed grains, vegetable oils made in factories. And what happened? People got heavier, sicker, more dependent on medication. Did they come back and say, we were wrong? No, they doubled down. New diets, new rules, new products to sell. Low fat, high carb, keto, this, that, and the next thing. Every decade, a new answer. And every decade, more confusion. Because the goal was never simplicity. The goal was control. And people who are confused are easier to control. I'm not the only one who lived this way. My neighbor, George Miller, God rest him, made it to 101. Ate the same breakfast every day for 50 years. Eggs, butter, toast, coffee. Everyone said it would catch up with him. It didn't. He outlived every single one of them. My husband, Daniel, 92, when he passed. Same routine every morning. 2 eggs fried in butter, no exceptions. People used to laugh at him. Don't you want variety? He'd say, I want to stay alive. And then there was Ruth. Lived down the street. Cooked everything in butter. Everything. Made it to 97. Sharp mind. Strong voice. No confusion. You start to notice a pattern when you live long enough. The people who ignored the noise and stuck to what worked, they didn't just live longer. They lived better. Now I'm going to tell you something, and you're not going to like it. Butter is only half of it. You can eat everything I just told you. You can throw out the processed food. You can cook like your grandmother did and still end up sick. I've seen it happen. A woman named Carol did everything right. Clean food, strict diet, followed every rule they gave her. But she lived angry, held on to grudges for years, carried stress like it was part of her identity. Always tense, always worried, never at peace. She died at 68. And it wasn't because of what was on her plate. It was what she was carrying inside her. So understand this clearly. Food keeps your body alive, but what you carry in your heart determines how long you actually live. So if you really want to live long, listen carefully. It's not complicated. First, have something to wake up for. I still get up early. Not because I have to, because I have a reason to. If you wake up with nothing pulling you forward, your body starts shutting down. Second, have people to love. Not followers, not numbers, real people. People you can sit with, laugh with, argue with. Loneliness will kill you faster than butter ever could. Third, learn to forgive. I carried anger once. It made me heavy. The moment I let it go, I felt lighter than I had in years. Forgiveness isn't for them, it's for you. And finally, learn to laugh, even when things hurt, especially then. If you can still laugh, you're still alive. Do these, and the rest becomes simpler. I am 94 years old. I don't have much time left. Could be 5 years. Could be 1. Could be tomorrow morning. That's not sadness. That's clarity. So I'm going to tell you something straight. You are waiting too much. Waiting to eat better. Waiting to slow down. Waiting to enjoy your life. You keep saying, I'll fix it later. Later is a dangerous word, because I have watched people say later for 30 years and never get there. Not because they were lazy, because life doesn't wait for you to be ready. And the truth? You're not tired because of butter. You're not breaking down because of eggs. You're wearing yourself out, living a life that doesn't make sense to your body. I had a friend named Walter. Good man, hard-working, always planning. Walter used to say, just 5 more years, then I'll slow down, then I'll start living right. 5 years turned into 10. 10 turned into 20. He kept putting things off, eating better, resting, spending time with his family, always later. I remember one evening, he said to me, once I retire, I'm going to fix everything. You know where Walter is now? He's in the ground. Died at 68, 2 years before retirement. Never got to fix anything. Never got to slow down. Never got to live the life he kept postponing. So listen to me carefully. Don't be Walter. Don't spend your life waiting for the perfect time to start taking care of yourself. Because sometimes time runs out before you're ready. Let me leave you with this. Your body needs real food, not products, not substitutes, real food. Your heart needs real people, not followers, not numbers, people who know your name and your story. And your soul needs peace, not constant worry, not fear of doing everything wrong. That's it. That's the whole game. Simple, but not easy. Because simple requires you to think for yourself. Now listen to me one last time. Eleanor Whitmore, 94 years old, still here, still cooking with butter, still standing in my kitchen while the experts who warned me are in the ground. If you got something from this, subscribe, and the next time you step into your kitchen, make something real.